DuckTales Season 2, Episode 19. A Nightmare on Killmotor Hill.
Dun dun dun!
Dramatic reverb. But, yeah, well, these are some... This is one of those episodes that's a lot of character. There's a lot of character in this. It's ostensibly it is a Lena story, but it's also interesting to see. This is a look into the psyche of the group. Did I lose you?
I'm still here.
Okay, just making sure. Everybody went quiet. Yeah, because
The dog kind of quiet.
Yeah, we may have lost Doc. But especially Llewellyn, a cat. He is a cat. It's like,
I mean, I would be a cat if I could.
yeah, I imagine so. But yeah, it's just like, and it just also just the stereotypical cat. It's like, I want that. No, I don't. I want that. No, I don't. And then you go to pet them and hunk. It's like, Though that's also a bit awkward. Your brother petting you?
It's a dream.
It's a dream. It's still awkward. That, going off on the triplets first and everybody else first, and then going back to Lena because waiting on Doc to get back. But
Yeah,
Dewey,
we didn't get to the episode review. My phone lost connection. I blame Corona.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Yeah, we just got into we were just talking about Louis as a cat. And it's just the most stereotypical cat. But, and then you get Dewey, which is a far more illustrative of his personality. Like, I want to be popular and all this. But he's also got this, it just talks about all this insecurity he's got.
He basically turned it a High School Musical.
Yeah. He's still young enough that, his love interest thing, it doesn't really take shape because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And you see all this, overcompensation for for his own lack of self-confidence. I mean, we see the being cradled by a moon made of his own frozen tears. It's like, oh,
I have a few theories on that.
Yeah, it's like that's a thing. But he has it's a fairly normal dream. It's just it shows he's a little insecure, but and overcompensating for it a bit. Huey,
which I mean, common thing.
Yeah, Huey. I mean, wow. I'm not very good at the imagining thing. Like, I forget whether it was it Dewey or Louie who was grossed out by it. It's like, he's just got longer legs. How is that gross? Weird, but really gross.
I mean,
Maybe I just have a higher gross out factor. It's like that doesn't. It's just weird, but it's not gross. He was covered in like sores and a zombie. Okay, well you got the point there, but he's just got really long legs and seemingly long arms when he likes it. Though coming from somebody who has, oddly long limbs as it is, I suppose that's another thing, but
I don't know, it just weird looking.
it is
Long
weird.
key.
Yeah. I guess we lost Doc again.
It's just the icon. Eh.
Yeah, but
Thanks, coronavirus. Oh, hey, that's the new Thanks Obama thing.
well, I wouldn't be saying the name of
Yeah.
the disease because that's actually getting people's stuff like hidden and demonetized and messed with. Though not that it's monetized in the first place, but
Yeah, I was about to say. Like, oh no, we're gonna lose money that we weren't making.
yeah.
Oh, they can hear us. Okay.
But yeah, those are fairly normal. And Webby's dream is
I can hear you guys. FML ugh.
yeah. Webigail's dream is very Webigail.
Very unicorny. Wait, nobody's.
Well, it's this mix of adventurer and girly at the same time. It's this,
Very malicious. Says stop.
not that you can't be a girl adventurer, but just like adventuresome stuff and sort of traditionally girly stuff in the same thing. But yeah, I mean you get the unicorn and whatnot. And the whole thing is, but the whole thing is wrapped around Lena's story and her own sort of insecurity about being sword horse. Though it is kind of funny. There is, oh, okay, sword horse, not unicorn, sword horse from Doctor. There is a sword horse slash unicorn on the alarm clock, which I thought that was funny. When they cut to that shot, you see a little unicorn on there. So that if that was, that's something she likes, so that puts it in there. But yeah, Lena's own sort of insecurity of being Magica, and which was really funny at the funny twist at the end was great. Where you have Magica, is actually using technology instead of magic to try and mess with her.
Yeah, that was funny.
Like, oh, you're kind of pathetic and you have no magic. And Lena actually uses magic. It's like, oh yeah, I'm zapping your freaking helmet apart. But yeah, it's a continuing arc, and with Magica dispelled.
Can you blame her for insecurity after the Tulpa issue?
No, obviously not. I'm not. It's a continuing issue, and if she got over it like that, it might be a little too soon. Like, this might help. This might make a big dent in that sort of insecurity, because she actually face down Magica in her dream world, and with her friendship support structure, and her realizing how weak Magica is at the moment, you know, how little she has to worry about from Magica. Um, and so that will make her a lot more confident and not so worried about becoming her. Oh, we're not so different, you and I.
Nice allegory for pulling.
Yeah, she's got her now. She's got her support structure, and so it makes her a lot harder to mess with. Um, though her running away from her support structure is what causes the problem in the first place. Like, um, again, it's one of those things where it's really hard for her, but she can, if she was more open with them, they could help her, you know. And this helps. This helped her tremendously. It's also interesting, like her dream magic, her dream walking is sort of a passive, unintentional consequence of her magic. So it's interesting that um, I'm I'm wondering what else she does, sort of not thinking about it, just like it just sort of passively happens around her. And depending on where she's living at the moment, you know, how wide a range is her dream walking? Does she randomly walk into other people's dreams? And if that
She's
happens, there's could be some very not safe for children things going on in somebody's dream, and that could get really traumatizing.
really heart place on the shore. No, she's definitely Luna.
Yeah, I mean, which if she's far enough away from other people sleeping, that's probably a good idea, just to not have all the dream walking, accidental dream walking, though it may require a bond of some sort, a friendship in order to
Yeah, magical
do them.
friendship bracelets.
Yeah, that may be what allows her to dream walk is if you have one of her bracelets, she can dream walk with you.
The place where Ravi first met Git and's. Oh,
Yeah,
and they went to find her.
yeah, yeah. If that's if that's where she is, then that's probably if it's not restricted to those with friendship bracelets from her, you know, then yeah, it's good to be sleeping away from other people. But if it is if it is restricted to that, then it's not a big deal. And it makes me wonder about the range as well. Like if somebody has a friendship bracelet, if that's what's the conduit for this, which we've seen it's a conduit for magic before. If that's what does this, can she now, everyone she's given a bracelet to, can now she dream walk to them? Like at night, if she needs to, like say she was in trouble, could she just, you know, wake up Huey, Dewey, and Louie and go, hey, and Webigail and all them and go, hey, I need help. Then I'm gonna go into my dream and tell you that, yeah, hey, I need your help. Be interesting communication method, but hard to tell whether you're actually seeing Lena or a dream Lena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Well, they do have they do have the Doctor, and the Doctor does have a phone. Wrong sci-fi.
That's true, and I gotta admit, I do like
Well, heck,
Miss Beakley's sleeping style.
what?
I love Miss Beakley's sleeping style.
That's creepy.
It's like it's a spy thing.
Yeah. Though, I also have to remember Catherine Tate was Donna Noble in Doctor Who, so she's also traveled with the Doctor, so you have the Doctor and his companion, so there, so. But. Oh. But it was a good character study episode. It was a good growth episode for Lena. Overall, got to be a fun episode for the writers because outside of you basically just get to distill each character into their dreams, you know, and what do they dream about? What do they care about? And so little development, but really it's more just sort of showing you what they already are. Yeah, and Violet, her connection was initially tenuous, and like Doc pointed out, nice way to grow Violet's connection to the fam. But yeah, she was sort of tenuous. She was only to Webigail and to Webby and and to Lena, and so now she's also met the triplets as well. So there's a lot more to them.
Yeah, and her dreams is books.
Yeah. But you think that would be the safe one, but then no horror movie, horror books.
Whose isn't? That's true. Books are good.
But
One of my favorite movies is The Page Master.
yeah, Doc's talking. I like big books, and varmint. I cannot lie.
Hey, we can hear you, Doc.
Oh, good. Finally.
Yes.
Because that was getting annoying. My autocorrect was being a little cunt.
Varmint Live.
I rewrote that like 6 times and it kept autocorrecting cannot to varmint.
Maybe your autocorrect was made by Elmer Fudd.
Apparently. But
Or more likely Yosemite Sam. No, got it, varmint. Oh. But yeah, it was kind of fun seeing this is them kind of showing what the characters are at their core.
it's literally the dream team.
I mean, who's gonna make the joke though? Who out of the true who would make the joke? It's cringy enough Huey might do it, but I would think maybe Dewey or Webby would make the dream team joke.
Yeah, Dewey only really makes the jokes if it has a Dewey in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Webby could be like, I have a joke about this. Yeah, but do we tell it? It's like, okay, it's the dream team. It's better than your Dewey joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Webby would be the one to make that joke, but
yeah, Dewey's jokes are more revolving around himself.
Which, from the dream, not that surprising. But uh, got anything else on this?
I did, and I forgot it when you said you could hear me.
Okay. Was it about varmints?
No, shut up.
So
Oh
do
no,
you
that's
think
gonna become a running gag.
Yeah.
Magica is ever gonna come back as a real threat?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Not as a real threat as much as, well,
Well,
I
it's
mean,
all
she
going to
doesn't.
depend on how much they can squeeze out of Lena's sort of, her connection to Magica. Because if they're squeezing more out of Lena's relationship there, which they've squeezed most of it out, I think they can get a little more out of it, but I think they've got it just about, for the most part, wrung out. Because she's I am me, you are you, we are not the same person. And she's got her magic, so she's actually quite self-confident at this point. Now, she's not going to be perfect, but so the only thing I can think of, if they want to, if they want to keep her not as powerful as she was, but powerful, is she gets a hold of an artifact of some kind. That's how you
You
would.
know,
That's how you would get her. You'd bring her in if you didn't want to give her all her power back and rob Lena of her power.
yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to
Unless
keep,
she tries to rob Lena of her power.
yeah, if you want to keep Lena powerful and Magica not back at full strength, you could give her an artifact that's magical of some sort, but requires some strategy, and she tries to pull some of the same things, and with the artifact, it's sort of the same idea as this episode. She's got a device that lets her do this, you know, but it would be just magical instead. Like, she'd get a portion of her power back, but it would still be weaker than Lena, and it would be her only advantage would be surprise. Once everybody figures
Surprise!
out, once everybody figures out what's going on, they quickly just curb stomp her because she doesn't have nearly the power that she once did.
Yeah.
But I'm not a writer, but that's a fun thing to think about.